everyone, we're going to verify trig identities by multiplying by the conjugate. This is considered a hard one, and it's part 2, so if you want to look at the first part, part 1 first, that'd be good. What I'm going to do is work on the left side of the equation, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in parentheses, this part here. So I'm just going to do this, and then multiply by the conjugate. And the conjugate's going to be the same as the denominator. And the reason is because it's pretty simple over here. So we're going to go ahead and write this again. And we're going to multiply by the conjugate for the denominator. So that's going to be cosine or sine of theta plus cosine of theta plus 1. So what we have here is this is our A minus B, and this is our A plus B. And when you multiply these two, we're going to get A squared minus B squared. Okay, now whatever we do in the denominator, we also have to multiply in the numerator. So I just copy this down twice for that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and deal with the denominator. And when you get the denominator, what you're going to get is you square your A. Your A is sine theta plus cosine theta, and square it, and minus 1 squared, which is just 1. Now the top is going to be your A plus B. This is your A plus your B, and this is your A okay, let's see. Okay, in the top, what we're going to do is just FOIL this out. So basically, when you multiply these two together, you're going to get a sine of squared of theta minus, I'm foiling this part right here, minus cosine squared of theta plus sine theta plus cosine theta plus sine theta. I'm running out of room here. Let me squeeze this in a little. Sorry about that. Let me get a little tighter here. So when you FOIL the top, you're going to get plus cosine theta plus sine theta minus cosine theta plus 1. All right, and that's just foiling up the top. Now we're going to simplify the numerator, and we're going to get sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta plus 2 sine of theta plus 1. And recall in the denominator we had sine of theta plus cosine theta squared minus 1. So I'm going to take care of this little bit. This is your A plus B squared, which is A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just fit it in here. So that's going to be sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta plus cosine squared theta minus 1. Now let's just look at this. We know that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is 1. So basically what you're going to get is these cancel out, and that gives you 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So we're left with this in the denominator. So let's let's take care of the numerator, and what we get in the numerator now is sine squared theta, minus 1 minus sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta plus 1 all over 2 sine theta cosine theta. So basically, I took care of my denominator here, and I just wrote this down for the denominator. The numerator, I took my cosine squared and wrote it as 1 minus sine squared, because cosine, let's put here, cosine squared of theta equals 1 minus sine squared theta. That's your identity, your Pythagorean identities. Now, cleaning up the numerator, we're going to get sine squared theta minus 1 plus sine squared theta plus 2 sine of theta plus 1. And that's just your numerator, and you notice this cancels, and we have 2 of these. So basically we're going to get 2 sine squared theta, because there's 1 here and 1 here, plus 2 sine of theta all over 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. So we're left so far with this. Now, what I'm going to do on the next slide is factor out 2 sine. So, because I can factor out at the 2 and one of the sines here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write out 2 sine times sine theta plus 1 over 2 sine theta times cosine of theta. Now what happens is these two cancel, so we're left with our desired result, sine of theta plus 1 over cosine of theta. And that's all. Let me look and see what's the next one. The next one, we're going to do what we did in previous videos and just divide. We're going to solve by dividing. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.